Good afternoon. Welcome to Backyard Glen Hayes. Got a little home project today for you. I have got an '05 Tahoe, and we have had some issues with it here lately. We have had the blower motor in the dashboard for your heat and your air conditioning. It has the speeds on the selector switch have been going away. Well, a while back it happened. I watched some YouTube videos, try to figure it out, and I knew about what was wrong with it because I had a 2000 Silverado for, 16, 17 years, and same thing happened in it, but the resistor had went out. There's a resistor that's underneath there, and I'll show you where it is. It is right, when you take this dash loose right here here's your resistors. Now there's just two little screws here that holds it in there and it pops out. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And then right here's the blower motor, okay? And I've got to get it out. But what it did the first time, I changed the resistor about, I don't know, back in the summer maybe, late summer. And they said, I watched videos. Hey, I was looking for this, and I've not lost it. Awesome, man. I have literally been looking for that. I am so tickled. Anyways, this is the resistor right here. This is what it looks like. And what it does is the resistance of, when you select it, the resistance is set for each speed, and what allows the voltage to go to your blower motor, and it's only giving it so much voltage for your speed, it's a variable resistor. All right, like the first selection is so much going to it, and it's a certain speed on the motor. Then the second one, same way. Well, what happens is when this motor, I should replace both of them. Like the videos, all the videos I watched, it said, if this is going bad, go ahead and replace this also. Well, I didn't do it. I looked out the auto parts store. I let them talk me into it to keep it on there. So I kept the old motor in there. Well, what happens is when these motors get older, okay, and they get dirty inside of them, and plus two, they lose grease on the shaft of the fan and everything on it. Well, they start tightening up, okay? Then what happens with this is when you have it on a certain speed, like say select 4, and this right here is turning hard. So it's putting it's making it draw more current because the resistance of the motor is not turning as freely. And what happens, you end up burning speeds off of these, if that made sense. But anyways, what happened with this was I started losing speeds. So I changed it out. And they said, oh, you'll be fine. Well, now I got to buy another one. So I had to buy a new one of these, which this right here I think was $30 or $40 from Advance Auto here. We got Advance Auto and AutoZone close, and I go to Advance Auto. Anyways, but this right here, this blower motor is probably around, I think I paid $95, $94 for it. So altogether in the combo, I got about $130, $125. But I'm gonna walk you through it. I took the cover off. The cover is 7mm bolts, okay? And I'm not going to drag you through it of taking each piece, letting you see me draw each piece out. Well, there's two screws under this, and which was here, and this goes up like that, and these bolts were in here. That's easy to drop out. All right, and this right here, these are different millimeter. I don't know for sure, but I'll let you know as I go. And I'm thinking this has just got a clip. You unclip it, and it swings, it twists and comes out. So that's what I'm doing, and we're just, like I said, we're just trying to save a buck for a friend, right? So this is work that you can do for yourself. It's just simply unbolting and plugging back up. If you went to the dealership or a car care place, and you had this work done, then it's going to be $200 some. So I'm probably saving anywhere from $60 to $80 by doing it myself. Which today's time with gas prices going up and food's going up, you know, 80 bucks is 80 bucks. So if you can save $80, it's easy. Now this model right here, this '05 Tahoe, GM's parts on this stuff, if you got a Silverado that ranges from 99 until the pickup trucks, trying to think when they really made that drastic change with them. They may even still use the same parts in the dash. I don't know, but I know for about from 99 to probably up to '07, '08 when they changed that body style really crazy on them there. I know that will work on a Tahoe, Suburban, Yukon, and you got your pickups, your Sierras, your Silverados, and your Avalanches. All of them's the same. The only thing's different on the outside is the label and the body style of them. So your Tahoe and your Yukon, it's the same vehicle. When you go to get parts for them, sometimes a Silverado part is cheaper than a GM part, believe it or not. I know a GM truck's higher than a Silverado. So, but their parts interchange on what I'm trying to tell you on a lot of things. So I got the cover off, and I'm going to now get the other parts out, and I'll show them to you, and so we'll go from there. Hey, listen here, we got this thing out, and here's the old one, and you can tell it's a little dusty. Everything looks the same as this one, but this resistor, it came out. See, you can tell that's a newer resistor, okay? And I tell you what, one thing that I discovered taking this thing out, all you gotta do, you see this little tab? Well, that thing is up underneath there like this, okay? And it's hard. What you gotta do, you pull that tab that I showed you, you pull it down to you. You'll bend it down like that, and when you do that, you twist this, and then it pops right out. You just pull the tab, twist it, and it drops out of the dash. Listen, anytime this right here is hard to clip if you don't pull it out. If you're just gonna change the resistor like that, and it's hard to get your finger up here to hit that button to pull this out when this is up in the dash. It is easier, what I've seen, to just take the blower motor out when you're going to change that resistor, because all you got to do is pull that tab and twist it, and it all comes down. And then all you got to do is take you a knife or something, and you hit. Anyways, you got to push. It's hard to do it with one hand here. But you take that, push that down, then it comes out. But it's a lot simpler to do it on the workbench than it being up in that dash trying to get that out. I can't do it. My hands just won't bend like that. But we got this out, and it didn't take long. It didn't. Them bolts that holds the resistor in, okay, they are, I'm gonna look on my socket where I don't tell you wrong, okay? The other one was 7 millimeters to take the dash out. And if you're gonna take that other out, it is a 6 millimeter is what takes out the resistor. So now I'm gonna put the new back in. My resistor now, I think my wiring is bad because I didn't have my fist speed. So I'm gonna cross my fingers. I had a wiring harness for one of these new ones, and where it is now, I don't know. But on mine is the 5-speed, and the fist speed was gone. So I don't think mine is in the wiring on the 5th speed. Now I bought a new wiring harness, but as you can see right here, I got a lot of junk to dig through, and even I got junk way back there on that shelf with parts and everything else. So it's here somewhere, my part is for that. So if I can find that wiring harness, I would, it's not here. It was on one of these workbenches, but it's disappeared. But anyways, I could change it out, change my wiring harness out, and hopefully that will work. But at least I get 1 through 4 speed in it. Or it may work. It could have been the motor was kind of not wanting to work on higher speeds. I don't know, but I'm gonna throw this back in, and we're gonna see if we can get it going again, and so we'll walk you through that. I tell you what, that blower motor, to put it back in, rough. I mean, a little tough. You have to make sure that when you go to put it back in, you have to have it totally flush. And what makes it hard is, it is hard to get that thing flush. Now, with me, 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, I broke both wrists. So my wrists don't have the flexibility as some people do. So a little bit hard on me. But man, I finally got that in there. I'm gonna go ahead though, and I'm gonna go ahead, and since I got all this apart, this is what I got last year. I put my new resistor in, same deal, it had 4 speeds, just like the other one. So it's not the resistor, I don't think. I'm gonna go ahead and change this tail out because I can take that resistor back and get at least $30-some back. So I'm gonna go ahead and wire this in. And when you get this, they give you the butt splices to do it, okay? So this right here is the harness. And you got red, orange, dark blue, light blue, purple, yellow. Right there you can see a wire pulled out, so that's probably something messed up right there. But what I'm gonna do, I am gonna take a picture of that. So see, this has got a clip. All right, you see the clips? Looks like they're the same. I don't know, this one looks wider, don't it? I might want to make sure that's going to fit. But anyways, I'll make sure that's going to fit in that thing first. But what I usually do by being an electrician, I'll take a picture on what I'm working on. So you can see the clip, and I got the wiring right there. So when I cut these off and put my new ones on, which I'm going to take this tape back, put my splices back here, then put new tape all over it, and where this is all exposed. But first, I'm a little concerned now. That clip looks a little bit too big, don't it? So I'm gonna check this clip out and see what I gotta do, and I'll start working on the wiring. Like I said, I can't film while I work, it's just too hard. But like I said, I'm just gonna take a picture of that, and I have my color codes across it, and I'll have that the same way, and I'll land first wire to that and go right on across. So I'm going to see if that clip works. If it don't work, then my day's done. I'll just put it back together and show you how it works. But if it, anyways, I'll get back with you, all right? I know I'm sporadic. But I'll work on this, and I will get back with you and show you the end results. Well, we got it done. We got everything back together. Got the blower motor back in it. And my problem was in the connector piece. I guess part of it was the connection was burned a little bit on them speeds, and now everything's worked out. We have got I'll show you here. Got everything back together. Blower motor snapped in, got the cover back on, and got everything nice and together. I believe the wife's gonna like it, having her higher speeds working now with winter coming on. My motor might have been, the problem in all along might have been in that connector going bad, but with, I think this Tahoe's got 171,000 miles on it now, 05 model. And then new blower motor anyways, it actually it feels like it's really putting air out good. So the other motor I think was getting weak, but went ahead and got her done. But here we go. We got spin you around, let you see everything. We got on 3, 4, 5, and it's really putting some good air out. Really good air out. And this is like I said, this little project that I did, it's in all all your Silverados, it's like that. Of course, probably about all your vehicles are like that. But this right here has been a good ride for us. I bought this Tahoe back in it's been probably 6 years. Hard to believe I've had this Tahoe 6 years now. But yeah, we've had about 6 years, and I bought it it had 118,000 miles on it, bought it off some friends, and we've used it. It's just something to get around in, you know, and it kind of saves on other vehicles a little bit, not putting so many miles on them. Lord have mercy, these new vehicles are so high, outrageous. Actually, when I went to on my camping trip this summer in Tennessee, my 2500, they wanted to buy it back. Here it is now. It's an 18 model. Now this truck has only got probably it's got 10,000 miles on it, 18 model. The only time I use this truck is when I'm pulling my camper. And so I was in Tennessee and they wanted to buy it. And really, tell you the truth, I think they would have gave me 5,000 or 6,000 more than what I actually paid for it in 18. But they really wanted it bad. They told me to put a price on it. Tell you the truth, I was afraid to put a price on it because somebody said, man, why didn't you sell it? Well, thing about it is, I probably could have got, listen, I'll just be honest, okay? I'm just showing you how things go here. I paid $42,700 out the door, taxes and all, on that truck when I bought it. All right? So if I would have, I probably actually could have got probably 46,000, 47,000 out of that pickup. More than, I've got 10,000 miles on it. I've had it now for 3 years or 4 years or whatever it is. Somebody said, well, man, you're stupid for buying it. But here's the kicker. How much would it cost me to replace that truck? Where am I going to find a truck like that with 10,000 miles on it for that amount of money? Right now, if you go and buy that pickup right now, son, it's going to cost you 60-some thousand for that truck probably. So, you know, it would have cost me probably $12,000 and $13,000 of my own money back in it to replace it. So, nah, I'll keep the truck. But anyways, I didn't mean to get sidetracked there, but life's crazy right now. But anyways, got this done. Tahoe, wife's going to love it, I think. Fan's working good. So she's ready to go in this cold winter now. That vehicle there, well, I've had little bumps and bruises here and there with it, fixing a few things on it, but it's still a good ride. Good, decent ride right around in here in. But anyways, like I said, like and subscribe and help us grow. And like I said, Glen Hayes Backyard, don't forget us and keep remember us and have a good day. We'll see you later.